Alright, so the window focus problem in KWin has been a long-standing issue, and it's been extremely hard for people to figure out, or replicate it, should I say. So today I'm going to record what's going on and showcase the problem in its entirety. So first off, this is Firefox XWayland. It's not using Wayland, it's in XWayland mode, so it's an XWord application running in Wayland. As you can see, it's working fine right now. You right-click, you can open links, everything looks fine, right? But if you right-click enough, as you can see, it's missing the right-clicks now. The menu's as if it's cutting under the rendering, like it's going under the display of Firefox here. And this happens frequently. And when it does, sometimes even the title bar will go out of focus. But on top of that, let's go and make this maximized. And let's see, let's maximize it a few times more, move it around, move the window up. Let's minimize, maximize the window. As you can see, that's working right now, the window cycling. However, let me open, say, Spotify, another XWayland application, get that maximized. Now, I have two console windows open here. You can see them here. They're focused, which is odd, too, considering you can see Spotify is the one that's open. It's not rendering a thumbnail, and console is not open. It's in the background, yet they're rendering thumbnails. Usually, these are blank. When a window's open, usually what happens is this is blank if it's in the background, and the window that's focused currently has a thumbnail, but that's not the case here. You can see the two consoles are the ones in focus right now. So I'm in Spotify, it seems to work fine. You can scroll, you can play music, whatever. And then I try to cycle the windows. I'm clicking on those console buttons there to cycle it. And it is set in the task manager to cycle windows right now, so I don't know. Let's see, you can see cycle through tasks. It's supposed to be cycling through tasks. You can see here I'm clicking on console. The Spotify window is open, it is not cycling. It's as if the Spotify window isn't there and the console windows are the ones that are focused, especially considering thumbnails are showing for them, despite them being in the background. And, oh, there we go. Now Spotify has a thumbnail. But I can still not cycle it. Now, if I minimize the Spotify application, let's minimize Firefox just to be sure too. And I have two consoles here. If I click on the console links, you can see they're cycling now. The windows, if I were to have them hover over each other too, the two windows would cycle each other. Their focus is working fine, but then again, if I open an XWayland application, and you know what, let's open Spotify, or Discord this time, right? Here's Discord, and let's cycle it, and it's no longer cycling. You can see it's no longer cycling. Minimize Discord, and now I can cycle the Wayland windows again. Now, let's close out of that, and let's go into Spotify here, and let's just move some windows around. Just jiggle them around, move them, open them, right-click stuff. And you can see now Firefox's XWayland windows will not cycle. It's lost window focus on them. They're no longer cycling. But if I use Alt-Tab, I can go down. I can go up to the window. There we go. It's gained focus again. I can move around with them. And I can even click on the button there. But now, let's see, we just lost the window focus there again. It disappeared behind the window, first of all. And let's see if we can get that complete loss of focus here. Sometimes it's extremely random, so I'm not sure if it's even going to trigger right away. I'm just going to cycle some windows, move around, click stuff, scroll. Oh, there we go. We lost window focus. So I just cycled the window, and it completely lost window focus there. I minimized it, I maximized it, and as you can see, I cannot click in anything, I can't scroll. It's as if Firefox is no longer rendering. But KWin thinks that it's the first window there. Well, at least it renders it as the first window, but I think in the back end what's happening is that it's lost focus of the window. It no longer believes this is what's focused, and instead it thinks, say, I don't know, Discord or Spotify or one of the Wayland windows is the main focus at the moment. So it's as if every couple of clicks or whatever, or right-click, whatever you do in the window, KWin loses focus of the window, and it's no longer able to cycle the window, it's no longer able to do window input and render things. And sometimes even when you have this happen, like right now, I just minimized it into a windowed mode, and it's still not rendering anything. Sometimes when this happens, I have to, hold on, let me use my mouse here on my keyboard to do this. I'm going to try and resize the window using the Meta key and the right click. Yeah, see, it's not even resizing the window. Hold on, let's see if I can do it without it refreshing. Yeah, look at that. The window is supposed to be refreshing, but because it's not in focus, you can see Firefox is not rendering, even when you resize. Look at that. It thinks it's complete, and this one behind it still works, you can see. It's not Firefox, it's Kwin causing this issue in Wayland mode. And this does not happen in GNOME or other Wayland desktops. So you can see this completely lost focus. It's as if it's not there. However, if you minimize it enough, eventually the focus will come back to it. I believe if I just, minimize it, maximize it a couple times, usually the focus comes back. Sometimes it doesn't, though. Sometimes you have to close out the app completely and restart again. It's extremely random, the issue. But you see it goes beyond just the window losing focus and right-click. It completely destroys your workload. You cannot use the computer after this happens. And you can see this Firefox tab is not restoring. It's not getting focus again. Now, let's open two console windows again. And let's open Spotify. There we go, Spotify. And you can see the console windows having that happen again. It's a consistent problem. It's random, yes, but it's consistent. As soon as it happens, you cannot continue using the computer. It completely breaks things. And I think even the clipboard issues are related to this. I think what's happening is when the window loses focus, you can no longer right-click and paste into it, obviously. But on top of that, even if you can right-click still on it, the window's probably already lost focus and it's unable to register the paste or copy. Just like the window cycling here breaks down. So you can see the window cycling is working fine right now, but as soon as you have an XWayland application open, it breaks down there. It thinks, I'm guessing what's happening is it's rendering behind the screen here, and it thinks that everything's all dandy when in reality it's rendering this over top of it and not realizing this is the main window in focus. So I'm assuming that's why when you, as you can see, it's still working, obviously. And so if I were to paste in something into the title bar, if I had it copied, let me do that. I'm just going to copy some random text from this. Hold on, let's type something into to console real quick because that's a Wayland application. The problem is between Wayland and Wayland or Wayland and XWayland applications, and then XWayland to XWayland application. So first of all, let's do a Wayland application console and copy something, and make sure it's copied. So right-click, copy. So it should be copied now. Now let's go into Spotify and put it into the search bar. So first of all, we just lost focus there for a second. I couldn't right click, but oh, it pasted this time. Okay. All right. Well, let's do an XWayland to XWayland application and paste. Oh, well, it's working. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the issue is extremely random, so I'm making a fool of myself here, but I can tell you for sure the fact that this happens constantly, and it's not just the... And there we go. This window, too, that was working before is now all funky. It's no longer focused and rendering, although it looks like it just recovered. Yep, it just recovered focus, so now focus is back for this Firefox. But as you could see there, for a second, it wasn't rendering. Now let's go... Yeah, you can see I right-clicked the menu. It didn't pop up there. It looks like it's... Okay. All right, well, I can't demo the copy and pasting issue right now, but... point is, this all affects the window cycling, the window focus. As you can see, it stops rendering a page. You can't right-click occasionally because the window, I guess, hides behind there or whatever else. And copy and pasting is completely broken half the time. You can't paste between applications.